what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to like too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a rubbed out T-bird, some grease.
Yeah.
You know, she got that black hair.
Oh,
Thank you. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And then he's a freaking hickory person. It's amazing.
Of course. He was cracking me up.
You know, I think we're just going to roll right into the show because we're already going instead of me doing the whole, hey, welcome to ChickChat. And I promised myself that I would take pictures during the show for the whole Instagram thing because I've been slacking on that a little bit. So for everyone that's tuning in now, welcome to ChickChat. It is Friday the 17th. And I feel like it's been a really long time since I've been in here. But I think it's just been a long time since I've had Janette in here.
Yay.
Janette's on the show, everybody's favorite panel guest.
Yay.
Hello, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Good, good. You've been traveling a lot lately, in and out of the office and stuff, but now you're back where you belong. I just about sang a song there. Lord, lift us. I was about to break into some Kenny Loggins there for you a second.
I didn't know I should go for Philip Phillips.
Oh.
I should go for Kenny Loggins.
I could. There's so many options I could have had there. But you always love it when you're on the show with the newbie because today we've got the ChickChat version. Yay, Ashley.
Yay,
welcome.
hi.
Hello. We have Ashley here who is, like I said, the first time on any show on the Mesh, but why not get your wings while you're on ChickChat? Just let them fly. So we're going to go through topics. Ashley, you just chime in when you know something, when you don't know something, when you want to know more, or when you just have a nice comment about it, because it's all girls stuff. So mostly girls listening out there, but I don't judge any of the guys listening because I don't blame them. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
They are secretly listening.
Yeah, we do have some secret listeners. I do have a pretty large following of gentlemen in New York City. Just saying.
Maybe it's the accent.
It is. You know, it's funny. I had this girl write in on Facebook one time. She was just like, I just love your accent. And I'm like, what accent?
I have one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like your accent.
Where she lives in California. And I was like, oh my God, talk some more. So we're just going to jump right in. I actually have a theme for the show today. I have I don't really know what the formal title is, but I'd like to think about it as things you can't come back from.
Oh, I love it.
That's what the whole show's about. Things you can't come back from. Or can you come back from this? I don't know. Okay. So some of them are a little bit of a stretch, but I've made them fit in that category. Okay. First of all, we're going to start off with American Idol crowned their winner last night. Did anybody know that? Yes. See, nobody knew because nobody watches it anymore. Nobody does. I didn't even know. Apparently,
I knew there's two people named Cree and Candace.
Yes, and
those were the finalists, right?
They were, and it was Cree Harrison and Candace Glover, and Candace won.
Really?
Congratulations!
See, I'm for Cree, but I liked both.
Oh, I never watched it.
Well done.
Never saw one episode.
I saw Audition and Hollywood Phase, and then just like when they were choosing
just the other
top
day.
20.
Oh,
and maybe like a song here and there,
like on YouTube or something.
No, flipping channels.
Flipping.
It was a commercial on another channel that was on.
True.
I watched a song.
That's how it works. Yeah.
I never watched any of it.
I never watched the whole thing. I've been so out of it.
Out on it. I watched every year.
Yeah.
Beginning to end for several years.
Yeah. I think everybody did. I mean, everybody at least knew something about American Idol when it first started.
Right.
Well, no, because I didn't watch it for like the first 3 or 4 years.
But then you watched it
and then I watched
eventually.
it for about 3 seasons, from start to finish, and then I never watched it again.
I think I would love if American Idol would do like an every other year type thing. Ooh. Sometimes they have like 2 people in 1 year.
Or can we do bands? Can we do like duets? Can we do something?
Yeah.
I know it's more like what the X Factor's for now, but change it up.
But why do you have American Idol and the X Factor then?
Right.
I mean, it's
American Factor.
American Factor.
Is that the same thing as America's Got Talent? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, see, they're all...
See, you would
Is that
think,
another one?
but no,
Is it
it's
another
not.
one?
You can juggle and stuff on America's Got Talent. And,
Well,
jump
I just
rope.
think maybe they should open up the age limits or Stepping
Yeah.
American Idol because they have a cap.
And they're all looking the same these days.
Yes.
I can't keep up
Sounding
with
the
them.
same.
They all look
Yeah.
the same, sound the same, and the judges are changing up so much. Wasn't this year the more about like the judges having drama?
You know what? And I'm going to be honest with you. That's one of the reasons I stopped watching. I cannot stand Nicki Minaj.
So, okay, tell me who the judges are right now. It was Randy Jackson,
Mariah Carey.
Nicki Minaj, and
Keith
Urban.
Keith Urban. That's
Who I
right.
enjoyed.
I always forgot about him, but he got lost in the spotlight
In the shuffle.
because of Mariah and Nicki Minaj.
It was really just Nicki. She was so loud. I felt like she did most of the talking.
Really?
I mean, Mariah would jump in every now and then with something. And I actually started liking Mariah a little more because of Idol.
Yeah.
But I couldn't watch because of Nicki Minaj. She just annoyed me. I mean, she was comparing people to waffles and...
What?
It was just, yeah.
It was
weird.
awkward. Like,
That's
I,
annoying.
I love her music, but I
She was
don't want to
actually...
hear her talk.
Don't want to hear her speak.
I don't hearing her talk. I mean, and I mean, there was one live show where she was even late, and then she showed up in like a hoodie.
Yeah,
Nice.
After like the first one or two acts, I'm like, that's just. I mean, I know what
Paula
we're
Abdul
going
would
for
never
here.
show up in a hoodie.
You know what I'm saying?
No, she would never
I know
show
what
up.
we're going for, but
Come on.
let's just bring it
Now,
back in.
now with this season finale came the announcement of Randy Jackson leaving.
Yes.
So
Nicki
he's.
Minaj.
Oh, well, see, I didn't even hear
nobody-
that. Nobody even cared about
No.
that. But he's the only original that was still there.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that's going to make a big effect?
No.
No.
No, not at all. Who are they going to have as like the head judge? Because didn't Randy kind of get to
He bumped up to
have
Simon's chair.
Yeah, he kind of got like final say on things a little bit
Yeah.
because Simon was gone.
Well, I hear they're talking about Harry Connick Jr. and J-Lo coming back.
Oh,
I kind of want to see the J-Lo Mariah Carey dynamic.
I don't know. I could see Mariah Carey being the boss.
really?
She looks like she'd just be the boss.
You would think.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
totally watch anything with Harry Connick Jr.
I'm
on
saying,
it.
yes.
Love him. Love
I love Harry.
him.
I like Keith Urban. I don't like his music,
Yeah,
but I like
Keith
him.
Urban too.
And I wish
He's
I would
more
have
laid
watched
back,
it,
though.
but
Now
they got
I
on my
heard
nerves.
I heard him say that he would come back. Keith Urban said that he would come back, but I don't think, and obviously nothing's been like decided or whatever. So, so where this ties into my whole, is this something you can come back from? You know, does winning American Idol even mean anything anymore? How many American Idol winners can you name?
I can name a few. I mean, Philip Phillips, who's pretty
Okay,
good right now. He
Philip
won.
Phillips only because he has an obnoxious name. Somebody else go.
Carrie Underwood,
Yes.
Fantasia.
Did she
Barrino.
win?
She did win.
I was going
Okay.
to say, what's her last name? Because
Barrino. Fantate. The first winner,
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
Velvet Teddy Bear. What was his name? Ruben Studdard.
Who is that gray-headed guy?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Right, I don't know his name.
He sang Elvis in the ghetto.
Yes, yes.
He sang that, yeah.
And
I don't know his
leave
name.
on.
Yeah.
He sang that, yeah.
I don't know his name.
I don't either.
I don't either.
Gray haired dude.
Okay, it doesn't
And
count.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
We know
You
what
have
he looks like.
5.
I can see his face.
You have 5 right now.
How many
Who
seasons
else?
have there been?
Like, is this 9 or 10?
There was that one dude from Chicago that beat the girl with the dreads. What was his name? The one before Philip Phillips.
See, I think that's where I stopped watching.
I'm going to go with you guys are on 5. Let's just say that Candace Glover was crowned the winner of the 12th season. Ooh. Yeah. Ouch, ladies. Let's talk about whether or not winning American Idol means anything anymore. Carrie Underwood's probably the biggest one I would think that's come out of this.
Her and Kelly Clarkson is probably
Kelly
head-to-head.
Clarkson is true. She's come out of it more, but Carrie Underwood's won like awards and is hosting award shows and
I mean, Kelly Pickler, that you're talking about winners.
Right, winners.
I think it's a platform. I think for some of them, yes. They, like, Carrie Underwood came out and was an instant star.
yeah.
And so did Kelly Clarkson. I think the
'Cause
other
she's the
ones
first
it took
one.
a while.
I
I think their post-Idol first albums, especially, I think Carrie Underwood probably more so than anyone else because her first album post-Idol was bigger probably than anyone else's. And I don't know if maybe
I
that's
think so,
because it was
too.
in the country platform, maybe, and everyone else was more pop, and she was really our first true country idol. But, I mean, I think it's a platform for some if you have the talent.
I think so. All right, let's go through the winners real quick. Oh, great. Now I've got to click on their faces. I don't even know who half these people are. Oh, okay. So, season 1, Kelly Clarkson. Season 2, Ruben. Season 3, who was that?
Tay-Tay.
That's Fantasia. Yeah, okay. Season 4, Carrie Underwood. Season 5, gray hair guy. What's his name?
What's his name?
His name is... Oh, that was the year that Chris Daughtry was on there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
See, it just kinda makes me
Taylor Hicks.
Taylor Hicks. Yes.
Taylor Hicks. Okay.
I was not going to pull that one out of anywhere. No,
absolutely not.
Anything close to what I was.
Let's see here. On season 6, the winner was Jordan Sparks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
Disney princess now, right? I mean, she kind of did some Disney songs.
I know.
believe so.
I know hers is No Air.
I don't know. She sang that tattoo song. That's not very Disney-ish. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Season 7, David Cook.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember David Cook now. Yeah.
Season
I remember
8,
him.
this guy I do not recognize, but that was the year that Adam Lambert was on it. Yeah?
Yeah.
No,
I know
ring any
Adam
bells?
Lambert.
Ring any
I remember
bells?
Adam Lambert should have won. He was robbed.
Yeah.
The winner is not, Chris Allen?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yeah, I remember Chris
No,
Allen.
that
He's
is
the guy
not-
with the guitar.
Doesn't ring a bell at all.
He sang the
There's
Gold
so
Digger
ma-
song that he popped kind of
There's
hippie.
so many guitar guys out there.
Season 9 had, I'm trying to think if there's anybody fun on here that I remember like seeing the name of. Casey James.
Casey James. Is that a winner?
No.
Oh.
I don't know who won that year.
I know that name. I just can't think of the face.
Is it a girl or a guy?
It's a boy.
It's a guy.
It's that guy? See
he
with the
win?
long hair? No, I don't know who won this season.
I don't know him.
I can't even remember what genre of song he sung.
I don't remember him being on the show.
Timberman, Sibbett, Page. Who is the winner?
I remember people's names who have catchy names. Bo Bice.
Bo Bice. I remember Bo Bice.
Bice?
I
He
like
came
him.
from Alabama.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, he did.
It's pretty sad. I like
Alabama
more
love.
of the non-winners than the winners.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Clay
Clay Aiken.
Clay Aiken, he was a non-winner, right? He came up second season, a little short.
And Jennifer Hudson, my goodness.
I know.
Oh, she's really,
Yeah.
she's gone like superstar
She wasn't
now.
even second runner-up. She was third or fourth, wasn't she?
Right. I'm going to skip season 9
She was
because I
Tay-Tay
can't figure
season.
this guy out. But season 10 is the Bojangles guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Scotty McCreery.
Scotty McCreery.
We should know him off the bat. We see him every day on
I hate
television.
that song.
It's bow time. Lee DeWise?
Yeah,
That's the guy
Chicago
that won- that was
Chicago,
number 9.
Who beat the dreadlock girl. Yeah. What was her name?
I thought you meant
don't
somebody got
know.
in trouble for beating somebody up. Not beat out. Oh, well, never mind. Lee DeWise, that was number 9. That was before Bojangles. And then number 11, season 11 was Philip Phillips.
Philip Phillips. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's your refresher, seeing how half of those were a surprise to you.
We're still trying to figure out how Casey James fits into all of this, but
He
he's
just
there.
had his picture there. I don't know. Jeez.
that's a little.
So, congratulations to Candace Glover.
way to go.
Yeah, she is number 12 from season 12 winner from St. Helena Island, South Carolina.
That's what I was going to say. I thought she was from South
Is that near
Carolina.
Is that near
Yes.
Yeah.
Charleston-ish?
But yeah, South Carolina, way to go. 23 R&B vocalist.
R&B.
So-
She's good.
Where it's at.
Heard her sing a
good
couple
for her.
songs. She's good.
Congratulations.
Cream was good too.
I
Cream so
hope
far.
I hope Winning Idol does something for you. So moving on with the topics of can you come back from this? I am downright weirded out by Tiger Woods and Lindsey Vonn. Okay, Tiger Woods, we all know who that is,
Yeah.
the golfer.
Yes.
He's now dating apparently very seriously, right?
Facebook official.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Lindsey Vonn,
Yes.
who is
A skier.
the skier from the Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is
Like
she the
snow
one that
skier.
just broke her knee or
Yeah,
something? Is that
yeah,
her?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
they went on a like a little holiday together, and she's with his kids,
That's
and
what
they're
rich
hanging
people
out.
do. They holiday. They don't vacation.
They do, and they posted this picture of Tiger's kids.
With them?
And it's Charlie and Sam, and they went fishing on the boat while Lindsay's wearing her skimpy bikini and Tiger's wearing just his bathing suit shorts. And they're like ignoring the kids, but the kids are sitting over there fishing. And poor little Charlie looks like he is not happy to be there. He's like got his
Dad made me
head
hold
down
this
on his
fishing
head.
rod.
Yeah,
Like I was having a good time.
exactly. I'm here with Dad's stupid
She
girlfriend.
looks a little bit like Mom. I can't really tell if it's Mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So where I'm going with this is, first of all, whatever. I'm tired of hearing about the two of them together, but because Tiger's had a little bit of a comeback in his game, he's getting a little more attention these days. He dropped off there for a while because his PR guy said, "Hold up, you already screwed up enough." So if you were Lindsey Vonn, I mean, are you cool with what Tiger's done? I mean, like, it's not like she's hurting for money. It's not like she's like caught up in his little tiger web. I don't know. I have
maybe
such
he's
a hard
different in
time with
person.
everything he's done. I have such a hard time.
Maybe he's different in person. I mean, maybe you know, he's. I don't know. I mean, I just.
She does look like his ex-wife, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely has a type.
Yeah. As we learned from the women that came out. Yeah. From the
Beat us
Steak and
car
Strip
up.
or wherever they came from. And it's like now every time
Did she work
there's-
at the Steak and Strip?
but that, I don't know, but
Is that
that
an
kind
actual
of
place?
I was thinking
there is an actual
Okay,
place.
so
The
she's
Steak and Strip
tired-
is next to the airport.
Okay.
It's the landing strip. That's what it's called.
Well,
Get
if she
it?
was dating Tiger Woods and
get
she's
it.
still working at the Steak and Strip, I'm pretty upset.
No.
I think Lindsay is checking phones.
I don't think Lindsay works at the Steak and Strip, but she kind of appears to. Well, I think those girls that came out of the
The Tiger Woods
woodworks,
thing,
they might be at the Steak and Strip.
That's what I'm saying. Did they work there? I mean, were they Tiger Woods like mistresses? And that's where they
yeah,
work.
That's
yeah,
pretty much it.
absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, that's Lindsay with him right there. I'm showing him a picture that says that they took their relationship to the next level.
They went to a black tie affair.
Right. The classic love tale that's played out between Tiger Woods and Lindsey Vonn. Please. No, it's not. Not a classic love tale.
Well,
when
hasn't Lindsay
he's
been
got
in
16 girls later.
Problems of her own. I know she's divorced.
Is she?
Did she have any kids?
I don't think so.
But I mean, and again, I'm not to spread rumors, and I don't know for sure.
She
but I
just
thought
got
I had
divorced
heard-
this year.
Yeah, I thought I had heard
from
something
Thomas
about a little
Vonn.
bit of something going on with her. Maybe it was just the divorce. I don't know.
I don't know.
I like
don't know
it.
anything
I hope
about
she's
her. I
got
just
her
know
own trash
she's
too.
a skier.
That she is.
So
yeah, whatever. But what made me bring this up is, can you come back from, Tiger exile, essentially, which he has.
yes, I think he can as long as he's winning. If he's not winning, it always comes up. He's not winning because
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like now, I think this is a.
Well, maybe they made it official because he's doing so good because they're dating now.
Now this looks good. Exactly.
Or-
This is a PR plus here.
Is this a true romance? Is this a Hollywood romance from agents who say you both need the pub?
Oh,
Yeah. Right
ooh!
now.
I'm gonna go on that. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with that. It's
Why don't you guys
fake.
just kind of see?
Fake. You heard it here first.
And you
It's
just
fake
happen to
relationship.
so be his type as well.
Right. And
People will buy
everybody,
it.
people are gonna eat that up because she kind of looks like Elin.
Yes.
Because really, does
That was her
Tiger
name,
Woods
right?
need to make his relationship Facebook official? Really?
No.
Does Tiger really need to be spending time on Facebook?
Yeah, Stan.
Probably not.
I mean, and the pictures
Pretty
they
sure it's
posted
not him.
were professional pictures.
I
They
saw
were like
that.
one with a fake
They look-
laugh, like.
Yeah, I saw that
Like-
they were professional. They looked like they went to Olin Mills instead with the fake, ranch background.
They didn't do
you
a
know?
selfie. They were
No, it was straight up.
No bathroom pics.
No.
That I would have believed.
Look in the mirror. That's really Tiger.
If you did a selfie, I'm believing it.
Steak and Strip girls. They got selfies. They got Tiger in the dirty, and that's what we believed. So, yeah. Well, so I mean, I guess you can't come back. I'm just kind of tired over Tiger.
But if
Done
you're in
with
love,
him.
kudos. I mean, whatever.
I don't believe it. They're not in love. Whatever. It's Tiger and Lindsay. Moving on. So they, in the pictures, what did they do in those pictures? What is Tiger not wearing in that picture?
A shirt.
Right. So who else does not wear a shirt?
David Beckham.
All right, so Janette begged about it. I already had it on the list, didn't tell her, but yes, it is official that David Beckham is retiring from soccer. Have no fear, because it does not mean that he's retiring from life.
It
You know,
doesn't.
like
And I'm
we will
sure
see
we
him.
will see him on TV. But when is there an opportunity to take your shirt off on ESPN?
True.
Just broadcasting.
True.
It's not like, oh, they scored. I'm going to take my suit shirt off now. No.
True.
I'm going to miss
Yeah.
that.
Do you think he's going to go into like the whole commentating, all that stuff? Do you think he'll go into coaching?
He'll either do that or he'll be the male Angelina Jolie with like all the charities and stuff. He'll do charity work.
I think he's already got that, doesn't
That's
he?
what I'm saying. He'll expand it on it, or he'll do broadcasting.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, Ashley already made it very clear that she knows nothing about this and that she doesn't care about David Beckham.
No, not at all. Period.
Why is that?
It's not
Explain.
possible.
Go
It's
ahead,
not.
explain. We're anxious to know. Because we've never met somebody like you before.
Well, I don't know what to even say to you right now.
I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm just going to say that I really just don't like soccer. Period.
Okay.
I just don't like soccer.
Fair enough.
I don't know. He's just not the type. I guess. I don't know.
I could not.
I mean, if he's going to take
Tell
his shirt
you?
off, I'm not going to not stare. I'm going to not look. I'm not going to
stare.
If I turn the channel and he's on there, I'm not going to not turn the channel.
Right,
I'm going
right.
to watch it. I'm just not going to.
Drool.
Yeah, I'm just not going to
Like
like
Janette.
be a follower.
It's a drizzle. It's not.
It's a little more of a sloppery as opposed to, I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
forget my mouth is open.
Right. What is your type? If David Beckham's not your type, then what in the world is your type, lady? Your chick
I don't
chat
even know.
reputation's on the line.
Okay, well, I'm just going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm still in love with AJ from the Backstreet Boys. Period.
Shut up.
on
AJ
now.
from the Backstreet Boys?
Yes. Period.
AJ. Mm-hmm. I'll be damned.
Yes.
Never heard that one before.
No, it's like I have a new creature
really
in
don't
front
know
of
what
me.
to say.
I don't even know who you are anymore. Oh my gosh, AJ
I know.
from the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Now AJ was the
How
one that always
sad
had the
is that?
facial hair.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
bad boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the bad boy.
and he always looked a little older.
Had the hat on because he was bald.
But he wasn't the oldest.
No, wait, AJ, he's tallest one though.
No,
No.
that was
No.
Kevin. No, AJ
He's
had
got
all
the
the
beard and the
tattoos and
tattoos.
stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
She likes
David
Beckham's
now-
got tattoos.
Yeah, he does.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, that's
But
fine.
David
I
Beckham
like
does
dark,
look more like he came off a polo ad than
right. And
than
I
a
like,
poster in a 12-year-old's bathroom.
Yes, my bathroom.
Yeah. AJ, though, I'm going to have to look that up.
Look at AJ. He just had hair restoration.
Yes, he's not looking
Oh,
so good
that's
now.
the one.
That's the one who had hair restoration.
I
Yes.
do know him. What was his last name?
McLean.
Oh, pfft. I hear you.
I know anything about him. If it's pop, if it's,
I see. Alexander James is what it stands for, y'all.
See, I didn't know.
Yep, I knew that.
See?
Yeah, I bet
I don't
you
know his
did.
last name.
Together we know his full name.
Yeah, he's married now. Did you know that?
He has a kid too.
His kid too? Really?
Yeah,
well, they
his
all
little-
do. I mean, that's not a
Yeah.
big surprise anymore.
Well, no, they
but
just
yeah.
had a little girl.
Oh, good for him.
I only saw it because it was on Chelsea lately, maybe.
Oh,
Something like that.
huh. Which I love, by the way.
No. Who's the redheaded comedian lady? Kathy
Conan?
Griffin.
Oh, Kathy
Yeah.
Griffin.
Yeah, it was on there.
Interesting. That's a little fun fact to know. That might come up a little bit later in conversation. You never know what I already had tucked away up here for you.
That's fine.
So, peace out, David Beckham. I mean, you're still going to see him. Like you said, you're just not going to get to see him with his shirt off. Wait.
Will I
Before.
get in the ads, maybe?
Oh, true.
But yeah, because hadn't
True.
he already done like Polo or Calvin Klein ads?
does.
That is
Underwear
a Calvin
ads.
Klein, isn't it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so. Which you're
Just the
you're
undies,
going to
yes.
see. I mean, that's like Mark and
Right.
Mark style. Yes. So speaking of taking shirts off, did you see there was this article on CNN? No, New York Times today, because like I read the New York Times, but it came across my Facebook feed. It was this woman. She's just naked from the waist up, walking down the streets of New York, and apparently now the New York City Police and everywhere else, but in New York especially, have been told that it is not illegal what she's doing, just walking around without her shirt on,
Okay.
without her top on, because it's women's equality, because a man can walk around with his shirt off. How do you feel about that, ladies?
I'm not jumping on that train.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it. I'm not going to bash you for doing it.
Right,
But I'm
right,
not
right.
Gonna, I'm not
No,
going to
I
do
don't
it.
want to.
I mean, I don't
last
necessarily
year,
want
what's
it.
any different than seeing the guy?
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yes. We're just becoming National Geographic at this point. We're going to
True.
be.
I mean,
like-
it's okay. Well, let me just throw this out there. I would rather see a girl walking down the street than probably man boobs.
There
I
is. There are some nasty men that I don't want to see with their
I don't
shirt
want to see
off.
the shirt off.
I don't
So,
care how normal it is.
Whatever,
I mean, yeah, I guess so. But there was a apparently in 2012, so just a year ago, there was a right to like a shoot. What was it called? topless day or day of breast or something.
We'll go with that. It was Day of Breast. It's probably what it was.
Okay, well, I didn't get that memo, so I don't know what that was about.
But they had like a little thing on in New York where, like, basically on this article I read, they said, you know, you can refer. There was this woman walking down the street, and the police basically can't do anything about it, so you have to just let it be. But then in 2012, there was a video where these people were having their little. It's not a protest. It's more like a rally,
right,
if you will. And there were women just walking around without their tops on, and like hordes of men in front of them taking pictures, of course. And they were just like, "Free your breast, free your mind, free your breast." Yeah, free your breast.
Could they just not have wore a bra that day? I mean, they'd have to go shirtless.
I agree that maybe it shouldn't be illegal, but it's so taboo that, yes, people are going to stare. It's going to cause hysteria. And I guess maybe my concern as a mother is one of the things you teach your daughters as a little girl is that's one of your special places that no one is supposed to touch or things like that. I mean, I know we're getting very past ChickChat now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then how do you explain, like, but you can show them. You know what I mean? I'm not against it, I guess. I don't think it should be illegal if they want to do it.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things where it's not so common. It's almost like if you were to tell guys, "Hey, now you don't have to walk around with pants on." I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I guess it should, maybe just like it should be like a nude beach. Like you should have designated areas.
I like designated areas. Very good. I like that.
Okay, fine. Because then I'm not going to take my toddler there.
So we'd have like topless restaurants, topless libraries, topless.
Like they're just called strip clubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, the landing strip. See, it's coming back over. Everything comes back around on ChickChat.
They have full buffets.
Gross. Yeah, the officer's memo that was sent out in New York said, shall not enforce any section of law, including penal laws sections, blah, 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 against female individuals who are simply exposing their breasts in public. Just simply.
I have no shirt to wear today. Okay. That's okay.
Yep. Yeah, so there's this lady. Oh, and it's a horrible picture. I'm not even going to show you because you might lose your lunch. But there's a performance artist that's known for baring her breasts. Anyway, she painted a mustache on her face and wore looks like Indiana Jones hat and no top and then an Indiana Jones jacket.
We're striving for equality by dressing
looking
our face
like
up
a
as
man. I guess so.
Okay, that makes sense.
And she basically, won like a lawsuit a while back. And anyway, that just came across
me not being for women's rights and stuff. It's not the case. I'm just saying, let's,
I'm kind of like y'all. I'm like, whatever. If y'all want to do it, cool. I guess I'm fine. I'm kind of like, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And if I see you coming my way, I'm probably going to not take my kid your direction.
Right.
And I don't really know how I'd feel if I was a mother of a son. If I had a son. I have a
none of us at a table here have boys.
So you might feel a little more strongly that, you're a son.
Yeah, true. Or if you're just married and have a husband that's just walking around with you. I mean, that you're like, honey, eyes down. Just
but I guess there's a double standard there, too. Because, I guess
me.
if I had, like, six-pack abs and I was fitting perfect.
I was about to say, maybe I want to be like, hell yeah.
Wear your bra. I mean, and then don't wear a shirt. I mean, I don't care. It's like wearing a bikini. Or people can wear sports bras out now anyway when you're exercising.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you wear bikini tops. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really no different. You're just... do that instead.
So, yeah. Well, y'all go look up that article and you'll see. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting because there's like 6 women, that have come out and been like, hell yeah, I'm going to walk around. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was really awkward to watch the little video thing. And yeah. So, speaking of all this stuff, because first of all, if I was photographed doing that, I don't think I could come back from that in my fabulous career as a ChickChat host. So here's something that I'm interested to hear your thoughts on. Heard about this whole Abercrombie and Fitch crap stuff? You heard about it, Ashley?
No.
Okay, so Abercrombie and Fitch, basically, I guess their president or owner or whatever made a comment about that, yes, they don't carry sizes larger than a 10, and they use these standards when hiring people as well because they are going after the elite kids and the cool kids. The cool kids, as he said it. And he said it's sort of like when you're in school and there's the cool group of kids and there's the not so cool group of kids. He said we're targeting the cool kids and that some people just don't belong in their clothes.
Well, didn't they already offer somebody from the Jersey Shore not to wear their clothes?
They paid the situation.
Like the situation.
The situation. They paid him to not wear their clothes. And everybody thought it was like a big funny ha-ha joke. But they were straight up serious. Like, we will pay you off to never wear Abercrombie & Fitch so that you don't taint our line. Right? So
but
now
they were making the Fituation shirts, which is kind of a double standard for me.
Fituation, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I think that's why he started saying, that's why his problem was. I think they had shirts at the time in there that said the Fituation. And so, but when he tried to wear their clothes, they were like, no. But he was saying, well, you're making money off of a play on my name.
Right.
But yet you don't want me in your clothes. You see what I'm saying?
Did they ever pay him off?
I don't know.
Oh, it's interesting. So there's been a lot of people speak out about this. Stars, men, women, whatever, people saying they won't let their kids shop there anymore. All this stuff because they're saying it's body discrimination and that whatever. They don't make anything over a size 10 and they don't make anything over a size large. So there's no extra large in there or double X even on certain cases that you would find with like shirts and things like that.
Well, he also said that he feels like his philosophy is by maintaining their standards, that yes, they are exclusive. He branded them to be exclusive. And he feels like brands that make sizes from 0 to 16 or whatever, 0 to 20, that they become so vanilla because everybody can wear their clothes. And there's nothing special about them. It's not like this is made for this group or this is made for that group. That's his philosophy. I mean, I don't get it. But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things. To me, you're promoting exclusion in an age where bullying is out of control.
Yeah.
And fine, it's your company. You can do what you want.
Right, yeah. You don't have to make clothes that size, but maybe don't say it.
Yeah, just to make that statement is just kind of...
I mean, there's a lot of companies that don't make clothes that big.
Right.
Absolutely.
They just don't talk about it.
But they don't say that we're not making it because then non-cool kids would be wearing our clothes.
Yeah, I heard...
I know.
I've heard somebody talking about... Well, on my way in this morning, I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about this. And they actually pulled up a picture of the president of Abercrombie & Fitch, and they were saying... Him saying that is kind of weird because we have a feeling that he wasn't a cool kid.
Yeah, look at it. Have you seen his face?
No, that's what they're talking about. He's not the best looking guy.
Like?
And
oh my God, I'm
they feel like he's one of those people who always wanted to belong to the cool crowd, but he couldn't. And then all of a sudden he created this brand and got all this money, and that's his way to say, I'm one of the cool kids, and the cool kids wear my clothes, but he was never really part of that group himself. So it's more of a self-satisfying thing than it is for the masses. I mean,
yeah.
Either way, you can do what you want. It's your money, it's your brand, it's your clothes. You can choose to shop there, you can choose not to. I mean, but he's I think he's going over the line. We're talking about it now. We talk about it every year when the catalog comes out.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's like we always say, well, these are teenagers, and look at them in those ads. They're raunchy. This is on purpose, people. He has a great PR team who says they're going to talk about you if you say this. That statement that he made was made like in 2004.
Yeah.
It wasn't even made recently.
Yeah.
It's only getting publicity now because I think a mother said something about...
because something came out about somebody getting hired,
right,
I think, right? Like they hire people along that lines too, meaning you have to be able to wear our clothes if you want to work here.
Right.
Which... I don't really know how that falls into play, though.
In their defense, that's not really exclusive to Abercrombie & Fitch. There are other stores who sell larger sizes or sizes in all ranges that make you wear their clothes.
Right, yes, understood.
You have to be a walking advertisement for your store. I get
understood,
that.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
You can't wear anything beyond a size 10 here.
Yeah, then we can't hire you.
Yeah.
I just find that odd because I don't know, even in school, even in high school, okay, for instance, I was very small. I just didn't have the body to wear those clothes. I still couldn't wear those clothes.
Yeah.
Are they very slim fit? Is that what
they are? Yeah. They're for very tall, skinny, kind of no butt girls.
Yeah.
I could never wear those clothes.
Yeah.
And it made me really sad because I couldn't wear them because everybody else had them.
True.
Yeah. But I wasn't like...
I could never walk in there long enough to buy
obese
anything because I can't
stinks.
breathe. Oh my gosh.
I know the clone killed me.
Yeah,
I was
can't.
walking to a club because it's all shaded.
I know, yeah. And I mean, you
music
can't
bumping out of
see
it.
you can't see the clothes close enough to like tell if they look cool or not. They all got rips in them. There was a pair of pants that my nephew wanted for Christmas or something, I think, and we went in there to go get it. It was like a pair of jeans. And these jeans had a rip in them and a fake ketchup stain.
What? A fake ketchup stain? For
Yes. Like, we brought this in. My husband was like, oh, hell no. No. I've got some old jeans upstairs in the attic.
I got ketchup.
I will take a little razor to them and slit it, and then we will pour a little ketchup on there, and he will have the coolest pair of jeans ever. Vintage.
That's right. I just remember
These
now,
things were like
whenever
$60 or
whenever the
something.
Clorox jeans
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, Clorox my own jeans. I
Right,
thought,
damn right.
all right, Clorox on then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why pay $20 more? Because they have already free Clorox before
Yeah,
you.
it's exactly it. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, I get it. But it is kind of funny. They're having this whole Fitch and homeless movement.
Oh, yeah, to give the
They're
all your
encouraging
clothes.
all your Abercrombie and Fitch clothes. You donate them to the homeless. So now the majority of the
quick enough
homeless,
see.
the majority of homeless people are wearing that brand.
The cool kids.
Yeah, so now they're the cool kids, which I kind of think
Brilliant.
is brilliant.
That is brilliant.
Absolutely. I would
dig
totally
it.
support that if I had Abercrombie and Fitch clothes, which I don't, because I
Yes.
can't walk in the store and they don't fit me then anyway. So, they were saying basically that it's disappointing because a size 14 is the average for the American woman now. And they were like, you don't even carry the average size. And he's like, I don't care. So, I mean, whatever. That's cool.
Is he
but
married?
Oh, I don't
Because
know.
I'd like to see if he is married. What does his wife look like?
I just keep thinking that LFO song. I like the girls who wear
Abercrombie and Fitch. Do you think they're in trouble? Do you think they're in trouble for liking
They're like,
only the
let's put
cool
the song back
girls?
out.
Well, there's a one-hit wonder, so I mean, that tanked him.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know if Abercrombie and Fitch can come back from this,
they'll
but
be fine.
they've got Hollister underneath them, and they
do
have
they?
that.
Is
Yeah,
that-
Hollister's owned by
Is American
Abercrombie
Eagle
Fitch.
in with them too, or not?
No, I think
Okay.
it's there's that AE.
American Eagle in?
No, it's the lingerie side and not nightgown, like yeah, like more pajama-esque.
Is it like that Aries brand? or
Aerie,
something?
that's it.
Is that what
Aerie,
it is?
Aerie.
Okay.
That's what it's called. AERIE or something like that. I think that's all under Abercrombie and Fitch. So I mean, there's like Hollister.
I mean, Hollister doesn't make big clothes either, but they don't
No.
go out and talk about it.
Well, it's
did
same,
Fitch.
same
Yeah,
company
that's
though.
his company.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, they're all under one heading. So I think there are people out there that obviously be like, oh, well, then I'll just go shop at Hollister then. You're like, he's back there going, cha-ching, cha-ching,
Yeah.
cha-ching.
See, this is the reason that schools are going towards dress code.
Dress codes, which I'm totally in favor of.
Me too.
So fine with that. The local high school here has it. Middle school and high school here has it. Level playing field, kind of whatever. I mean, they're not, plaid skirts and suspenders and stuff. It is like wearing solid color pants and a solid collar shirt.
Yeah.
It's not crazy
It's not
restrictive.
Polo or Britney
No,
Spears type.
exactly. Yeah. But I'm fine with that.
They should
Most
probably do
of the time.
elementary school too. Take the fight out of the mornings. with those little
Absolutely.
kids.
I mean, 5th grade starts getting pretty. I mean,
Brutal in the
people know.
mornings.
Yeah, thank goodness they do it in middle school because what an awkward time. I hated middle school. Like, that was the worst.
you wear?
I know. It was 6th grade, 7th grade. God, 7th grade was just horrible. I mean, everybody's changing. Everybody's
I had
awkward.
braces
It's
in
like-
there.
Yeah, me too. Everybody's awkward.
My hair was frizzy. I couldn't
Nope,
decide if it
you
was
couldn't
curly
do
or
anything.
straight.
I know, me too.
It's like those years. Okay, well, I had really straight hair, but I wanted mine curly. So there you go.
But you wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Right. I
so
wanted
it's like
straight.
those, those ages of kids where like they're starting to grow into their bodies, but sometimes their head look too big for their body. You know what
Yep,
I'm talking about? Like 4th
absolutely.
grade, and then like 6th to 7th grade.
Well, their
It's
whole
awkward.
everything's changing
Yeah.
on them, and their voices and all that stuff. And it was just weird. And you weren't old enough to go and like do a lot of stuff by yourself yet.
Right.
Your
You started
parents
to go to
weren't
groups
taking
and
it.
your
You
parents would
started to
drop
go
you off.
exactly,
Yeah.
but you were old enough to do those things, just still with supervision. Just saying.
I mean, that was supposed to be supervision.
Right. But I mean, no, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Like when you're in elementary school, you're not going to the movies with your friends
I know
for the
you're with
night.
mom.
Yeah. But if you are in middle school, you could go with your friends, but you have to be dropped off.
Yes, and I'm picking
And
you
then
up
not until high school could you go with friends without anybody else coming along or having to do anything. So it's just such a weird stage. Ugh. I do not want to go back there. I do not want to come back from that.
No.
All right.
No.
7th.
We'll get back to your show in a moment. Just a reminder, you're listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Find out more at themesh.tv and give us feedback on what you like. And now, as promised, back to your show.
Can Reese Witherspoon come back from her little incident?
Yeah. It's adorable.
I want to give a big
good
old
line.
pat on the back to her. How funny is
you
that
know my
video?
name?
Did you watch that video?
That was
I have no
hilarious.
idea.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Reese Witherspoon. You know her.
Yes, I love her.
She
She's
got
sweet.
arrested.
Oh. I just said she was sweet.
Oh, she is
I know,
sweet.
but-
It's so funny. So she and her husband had been out on the town, okay, and
Okay.
they decided to drive home, and apparently her husband was not driving very well, and he got pulled over, and he got checked for a DUI, which he was arrested for. He had like
Okay.
double the legal limit, okay. So he's pretty tanked. And he's out there, getting handcuffed, basically, outside of his car. You know how those cop cars have the little cameras now? You can see the grainy
Yes.
videos and stuff. So they have this on this car. Her new husband, who she has the new baby with, Tennessee, right? I think the baby's
so,
name.
yeah.
Anyway, Jim Toth. Jim is his name, Jim. He's standing there just sort of minding his own business. Like, he's got his hands behind his back, his cop's talking to him, whatever. Here comes Reese, raising hell out of the car. Okay, gets out of her passenger seat, and the cop's like, ma'am, get back in the car. Ma'am, get back in the car. What are you doing? What
Oh, yeah,
are
she
you
broke out her Tennessee
doing? Oh,
voice
yeah.
on.
What are you, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
No, she did not pull that
Yeah,
card.
Oh, she did.
Yes, she did.
She told,
Oh.
and
She
the-
told him they're about to find out who she is.
yeah, and the cop's like, ma'am, I don't really care. And she's just like, oh, you about to find out who I am. Who I am. I am an American
my favorite.
citizen. I am an American citizen, tax-paying citizen, that pays
This
your
is beyond.
salary.
This is beyond.
This is beyond. This is beyond.
That's all she said.
And she kept going, I am an American citizen.
Okay, so
Everything but make a
she's
citizen's arrest right there.
okay. So she tells him, "You're going to find out who I am," but never once says she's Reese Witherspoon. All she says
No,
is, "I'm a
no.
taxpaying
He's gonna find out.
citizen."
That's for
Yeah,
him to
yeah,
find out
because he's
later.
going to find out. And he's going to feel bad is what she was hoping for.
You're going to be sorry
So
about
he
this.
said this, and her husband the whole time's going, Reese.
He said, I
Reese.
have nothing to do
Yeah,
with
he looked at the cop and goes, I'm sorry, I have nothing to do with this. And the cop's like, whatever. But he kept going, Reese. And she'd be like, this is beyond.
Don't tell him who I am.
This is beyond. I am an American citizen. American.
Beyond.
Are you're serious. Seriously. You're going to handcuff him. Seriously. She
And
kept
now I'm
doing
about to handcuff you.
it was hilarious. Yeah, he was just like, man, if you don't get in the car,
She
it's your
was
turn
beyond.
next.
How long did this go on for?
Oh my!
I don't know.
I mean,
A few minutes,
yeah,
but-
a couple long enough for him to write up tickets for both of them, basically, and then get her arrested too. So they arrest them both, and then she comes out like a couple days later, and was like, "I am so sorry." I am embarrassed. She's like, my husband and I, we were out together enjoying a nice evening, and we had one too many drinks. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, more than
honey,
one.
you have more than one. Yeah, you got a little more
What
than
are they were
one.
drinking?
She said wine.
Yeah. I'm having a nice glass of wine. I'm like, you weren't. You're on the hooch. But it was just funny. She was like, I am so sorry.
And this all happened in Atlanta. So then she was seen wearing an Atlanta police hat a few days ago. Like, it's over. We're done.
So now everybody is like taking pictures of her and her husband out when they're
Right,
out having
yeah.
a drink.
There they are.
They're like having a drink. Yeah, exactly. And they're like, look, Reese and Jim having a drink just 2 months after the incident. And I'm like,
they're never allowed to have a glass of
I
wine.
know, right?
again.
Exactly. Like,
Just get a driver.
They're
next
showing
time.
it. They're showing this picture of him. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, he looks like he's having a glass of wine. She looks like she's maybe having like a gin and tonic or something. It's like with a lime in it, But
She's got kids. She needs to drink some.
I know, everybody's like, Reese and Jim have drinks 1 month after the arrest. Was it not a sobering experience?
No.
And I'm like, no, it's just one little thing. Like, she's just having a drink. And it's like 2:00 in the afternoon in the picture. They have sunglasses on. Like, they're in the middle of a crowded restaurant, which appears to be out on the beach. So
Maybe they're taking a nice stroll.
I'm okay with them. Yeah.
I think she's precious. I know she'll be just fine.
I think it's funny when she came back and was like, "I'm sorry." Yeah, she was like,
"What did I say?"
She was like, "That was embarrassing." What do you mean you have a video? No, that was outside.
I really asked him
have
who I was. Did I really, for real?
I still love her because I'm not going to say everybody has those moments, but mostly everybody has that moment.
They have something like that,
yes,
to where you just are a little out of your mind, and I just love it that she owned up to it. I mean, maybe not to the fullest extent. She could have told us that she had more than one. I mean, that was enough, but I just thought it was funny. She goes on the show, she's like, "I'm sorry." And then they kept cutting back and forth to her video. She was sitting there just wanting to pull her hair out, being like, "Oh my God, make it stop." Speaking of videos and bad stuff. So, did you hear about Wade Robeson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So Wade Robeson is the choreographer who I used to watch all the time when Britney Spears was popular, because he was her choreographer and he danced with her and stuff. I used to think he was so cute. I mean, he's still cute.
Things on So You Think You Can Dance. He was a
He did. Then he came into that. Well, then he had the Wade Robeson Project.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah, which was his own
like
show,
that.
which was cool. Then he came on So You Think You Can Dance, which I love, and he was choreographing on there, and I thought that was awesome because I'm like, man, he's all grown up now, and he's still good looking, and he always looked he always sort of broke that mold of what a male dancer could look like,
right?
Because that was,
He was
just
very,
yeah,
masculine.
He was, yeah, exactly, and he could do this stuff, and he was badass at it. I mean, he just really was.
Because he could do all forms of dance. It's
Absolutely.
one kind of dance.
Yeah. So, but it was well known that he had been a child prodigy, essentially, like a dance prodigy. Everybody knew it. And he was brought in by Michael Jackson to be one of the dancers. He was in the black and white video, which I love. Yeah. It's black, it's white. Yeah, they turned the heads. Yeah.
And also featuring Macaulay Culkin.
It was. He said, "I'm not going to live my life being a color." So, anyway, he has now come out and announced that Michael Jackson did, in fact, abuse him sexually as a child. I was a little surprised because I can remember when the Michael Jackson trial was going on and Wade was called up there, and he was the first one. Yeah, he was the first one to get called up because everybody kind of was starting to know him at that point. This was like 2004 or something like that. People were knowing him, and I can remember being like, "Oh my gosh, Wade!" Like I knew him. Wade, no, Wade, what's going on? Say it's not so. And but he denied it. Yeah, and he strongly defended Michael Jackson on there. And now he comes out and says that Michael Jackson called him and would prep him daily and tell him that if he was to ever say anything about what they did, that they would both go to jail for the rest of their lives. So he had convinced this child at this point.
And how old was he at this point? Do we know?
Wade?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's...
Well, is that the first... Are you talking about the first time Michael Jackson was accused? Because
in 2005. No. That Wade went up?
Because...
It said that he was denied the testimony in 2005 trial. Yeah. And that Jackson used to defend, call him up.
Wasn't he 20-something at the time? Yeah.
He just now turned 30.
Okay, so what is that, 7 years ago? Yeah, he was 23, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How many years ago was that?
7 years ago?
I can't count.
So
let's see. It says 2 months after his death. Hold on. No, that's the wrong thing. Okay, no, it says that in the... Mr. Robeson has adamantly denied under oath in numerous interviews over the past 20 years.
20 years.
So it must have been from the first one.
Original, okay, up to now. Okay.
And then, yes, even though Jackson was acquitted of the child molestation charges in 2005. But, Robeson says that the abuse started when he was 7 years old, when he often visited Neverland Ranch. And then he continued going there until he was 14. So 7 years he went there and was hanging out and having all this jazz, apparently, done to him. Now, I'm not quite sure. He says the reason he's coming out now is because he has a kid and because he's realized that no child, should ever have to hold this in or be bullied into like lying about something, and that he has this issue that he started thinking about, like, what if somebody was doing this to my child? I would want them to be able to come out and say this stuff. And he said, basically, I don't want him to have to feel the way that I did. And it's so confusing because he said, I just had a wonderful relationship. I learned so much from him as an artist, a kind human being, and it's my goal to try and continue as much as I can in my own little world of that legacy. We talk so much about him as the pop legend, which is important, but it's nice to remember that he was a man and he was a father. And that's what it's really about as a father and his children. He was a wonderful dad. Okay, that's really nice.
And so Wade just said that about him?
Yeah. And he's saying that he collapsed in 2 terrifying nervous breakdowns in his son's first 18 months. So after having a son, he basically went into this mental state, freaking out because he's nervous about if someone was to do this to his son.
I just find it odd that he can say such nice things about him.
I know.
Still.
I mean, I don't want to... Hey, if you say it happened, it happened. I'm not gonna...
I mean, if it did...
Right,
Okay, fine, but I just
find it weird that he kind of came out now.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird, and
especially
I guess
after
my
big
first question
to-do.
was... Right, my first question was, do you really need to do that publicly? But then but the more you read, I understood maybe he did it because there are those interviews over the past 20 years where he's denied it so vehemently.
Yeah.
And has said, no, it didn't happen, it didn't happen, it didn't happen. And then if you were to go privately to your son or your wife or your therapist and say, it did happen, then your son would be like, well, why'd you tell
lie?
the world that?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason he's coming out and telling the world and making it right. So that
Yeah.
his son would say, his son doesn't make a differentiation between, it's okay, you say one thing in public
Yeah.
and another thing in private.
Well, he said that he's lived in silence and denial for 22 years. I can't spend another moment like that. In order to truly heal, I have to speak my truth and speak the whole truth.
I just wish he would have done it when Michael Jackson was alive. I just don't like
I do
the fact
too.
of
I can't stand it when that
saying something to
happens.
somebody who can't defend themselves.
Yeah. And nobody
It's
else can if
unfortunate.
they weren't in there.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
nobody can deny
If
it.
it happened, and I understand why he didn't say something, and I'm not saying
As
that
a
he
child,
should- right.
absolutely.
And I understand why he's doing it now. I'm not taking away anything from him doing it now. He can't help circumstances, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I guess to me, it's just someone who's been on trial for this, and okay, he didn't have a son at the time. He wasn't feeling the conscious guilt that he's feeling now, but it just troubles me sometimes when things are said of someone who can't defend themselves.
Yeah.
It's just almost like, I don't know how to feel
I don't know
about it.
how I felt about it if there wasn't already 2 big trials on it.
Right.
If it was like some kind of fresh, we've never heard of this before.
True.
I don't know. I'm just...
I think people have been in all honesty, I think people have already formed their opinions on whether they believe Michael Jackson did or did
Right.
not. And Wade Robson coming out is not going to change that perception for anyone. Those who think he did will believe Wade and say he did. Those who think he didn't will not believe Wade, and will say,
Yeah.
oh, you're just throwing,
Wanting it
throwing
for the
more dirt
money.
on it. Yeah. They'll find reasons. And again, I don't know his truth.
Yeah.
And I appreciate if he's doing it for the right reasons. And if it did happen, I'm not going to deny it and say, oh,
Right.
no, it didn't happen. I wasn't there. I don't know. And I'm never going to tell somebody, don't say anything, as if it really happened. You have every right to say something.
Right.
But
It's just got to be such a crazy situation
I
to be
know.
in. Okay, let's hypothetically say, because again, none of us know. Let's hypothetically say that this is absolutely true. Michael
Right.
Jackson, molested, sexually abused, all this stuff with Wade, and Wade is now basically, that's ballsy.
yeah.
It's what it is to come right out and be like, okay, game's up. Yeah, it was true. Yeah.
Did he maybe feel a little bit more like he could do it now because Michael Jackson's not here and he doesn't have
That's what I was going to say. Maybe
the
he
pressure's
wouldn't...
off.
There was no more fear for him.
And now that he, like you said, now that he has a kid.
And I think it sounds like he's struggling between having these genuine feelings of friendship and love for Michael Jackson.
Well, that's
and thinking
what
he's great,
so
he's a
many of those
mentor.
people, that's what a lot of those other kids did, though.
Yeah.
The kids that did come forward and say this, that were accusing him of things, that was one of the things. They're just like, no, but we had so much fun. It was such a, you're going to
It's
Neverland
an awful
Ranch.
thing. This awful thing happened.
Yeah.
But beyond that, he can't get past his feelings of admiration and
Yeah.
love and
Yeah.
genuine affection he feels for this
And
man who did
he
such
pretty
an
much
awful thing.
showered these kids too with
Yeah.
gifts and, you know, visits to the ranch and tours and concerts and all that stuff, you know. He told the Today Show that this is not a case of repressed memory, because everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, are you just now remembering this? Like, did something
I just
happen?"
thought that just now. Like, did you go to a therapist?
Right?
and
Yeah.
hypnotize
No,
him?
this is not. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is not repressed memory. He said, "I never forgot one moment of what Michael did to me, but I was psychologically and emotionally completely unable and unwilling to understand that it was sexual abuse." That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think that explains a lot of what he was like. I was psychologically and emotionally completely unable and unwilling, because of what you were talking about with Michael Jackson, you know, to understand that it was sexual abuse. You know, and that's the thing. That's why sexual abuse trials are always so hard on kids, is because they have to actually explain to them why it's bad, because that may be the only thing they've ever known in that mannerism.
Yeah.
You know, and they think maybe that's normal, what's right. So, but yeah, his mom even testified back in the 90s, you know, saying, "Oh yeah, I totally trust Michael Jackson with my kids. You know, I let them go over there and spend the night, and I totally trust
Okay, now
him and
that's-
whatever."
To me, that's just so weird. I mean, not to throw anything to his mom. I mean, parents are
Yeah.
different, but
Yeah.
my kid's not going anywhere to spend the night with a grown man
True.
or grown woman.
True.
Yeah, because
So-
he didn't have any kids at the time, did he?
Michael?
Yeah.
I
I don't think
probably
so.
not then.
2004, yes. But that was the trial. That wasn't actually when Wade was going over there. So
Right.
when Wade was young, no.
Well, no, that's right. It would have been 20 years ago, so no,
Yeah.
he didn't have kids.
It said Joy Robeson, mother of Wade, testified when called as a prosecution witness. "I've known Michael for a long time, and I've spent many hours talking to him about everything. I trust him, and I trust him with my children." She said that she let Wade, who was 7 years old, and a daughter named Chantel, I guess who is Wade's sister, sleep in Jackson's bedroom from the very first visit. And I'm like, you
That's
know
someone
what?
who's in love
Maybe
with the celebrity, not the person.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe you brought this on a little bit. Not that any kid deserved, obviously, if it was true that Michael Jackson shouldn't have done that, no big deal. But the mama let him stay in a grown man's bed, just saying.
But the daughter, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, either one.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
though.
So I know that's kind of deep for
that's
Chick
really
Chat,
deep
but
for Chick Chat. We've
and I'm
gotten
sorry.
detailed.
I'm sorry. It was all about things you can't come back from, like being a Backstreet Boy.
Hey.
Hey,
Did Wade Robson choreograph any of the Backstreet Boys videos?
you know, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be surprised.
I wouldn't.
I would not
Because
be
I'm pretty
surprised.
sure he did everybody's at that time.
Right,
Britney
NSYNC,
Spears.
Britney Spears,
Christina-
Backstreet.
you did
Isn't
Christina
that who
Aguilera.
Justin Timberlake wrote "Cry Me a River" about him and Britney Spears?
I know. During that whole thing, that was kind of Wade's little playtime. That's right. Yeah. So this brings us into the this or that portion of the show, which is where I say two things, and you have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
And there's just no like discussion about either one. You just have to pick one. They're just silly. Okay. So NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, and that was totally on the list before you even brought it up. I swear to you.
Backstreet Boys.
NSYNC.
I'm an NSYNCer too, but you know, I did watch this interview the other day of Juliana Rancic, who I love.
Yeah.
She did an interview with New Kids on the Block because they're preparing for their tour. You
that
know,
wasn't my choice. You didn't give me
no,
that.
that's I didn't put it in there because I didn't feel like that was fair. I didn't feel like it'd be fair to put NKOTB against either one of those.
It's a landslide.
It's also a different era.
That's
Right.
I mean, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys were when I was in like college.
See, I was
Yeah.
only like in the...
Yeah, you know,
seventh grade.
right? That's when I was in like college, but yet New Kids on the Block. That was my first
my
concert.
childhood, yeah.
That was my first concert. My fourth grade. God, I swooned for the first time. I like melted when Joey looked in the camera. So Juliana, you have to like look. That's what she was singing. And he looked in the camera that was broadcasting up on the big. You know, concerts have the big screens on the side of the stage so people in the far back can see. Well, this is my birthday present. And we stood in line like overnight. My parents and my brothers took shifts standing with me, by the way.
Aw, sweet.
Yep. And I stood in line all night and got tickets to go see it. And I got floor seats. And I went with a couple of my friends. That was for my birthday. And my mom took us. And we stood up on our chairs to watch this concert. And I looked over at the screen, and Joey had bent down to the cameraman that was broadcasting up on that screen, and he motioned his finger, you know, like, come here, come here. Yeah, I know, it was totally to me. But he did the whole come here finger, right? And so the cameraman, like, zooms in, and he looks, and he he winked at the camera. Oh my gosh, I just about lost my neck. I mean, I about broke my neck falling off the chair because my mom was just like, "Oh my God, you just swooned," and I'm like. That was a first experience, right there, you know what I'm saying. So I would totally go with New Kids on the Block. I get that. But she interviewed them because they're getting ready to go back out on that tour with Boys to Men.
And 98 Degrees.
98 Degrees.
Yes.
But they were the Backstreet Boys
And Backstreet Boys, they went
last year.
their first time out.
KOTB, T2B, or TB.
BT,
BSB.
BTB, yeah, BSB.
Yeah.
BSB and KOTBSB.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Anyway, she interviewed them, and she was like giddy because she's our age. Because she's like, oh my God, like I'm getting ready to interview New Kids on the Block, and so she calls them over, and she's trying to be all cool. She's like, hey guys, you gonna come over? And, I'm ready. She's like, hey, I'm interviewing you, whatever. And she had followers on her Twitter page write in questions for her to ask New Kids on the Block. And the question was, one of the questions was, have you ever listened to your own song while making love?
What did they say?
And they all were like, oh, no.
I was like, what song are they going to listen to?
And they were all like, no. And Donnie, I think it was Donnie, which I love too.
Oh, I love it.
Donnie was like, not if I want to keep going.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then they talked about do your kids listen to your songs now, or do they think you're like totally uncool? And Joey was like, well, my kids are still pretty young. He's like, but I did play him a song off the new album the other day. He's like, I put it on, and my youngest one was like, turn it off. Saying it's horrible and stuff.
Wiggles.
So I just think it's funny, and they're still super cute, and they were doing dance moves and stuff, and I just thought it was funny. Anyway, that's a little side bit.
They look the same.
I love it. Donnie, God, I love Donnie.
Yeah.
I started out loving Joey because that was when I
was a
first
Jordan
came
girl.
into them. You were a Jordan girl?
I liked Joey too, though. But
See, I never got into Jordan. I couldn't do the fangs. He had those little fangs right here. I had those teeth. I just couldn't do it. But Joey was my girl. I meant my girl. Please don't cuckoo.
I remember that video.
Me too. You got the right stuff, baby. Okay.
The Christmas album and everything. It's
Oh,
a
me
funky,
too.
Funky Christmas.
Funky. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I totally remember it. Look, you don't even know what's going on, Ashley.
Still playing.
No, I have no idea.
Absolutely.
Because I'm pretty sure the NSYNC did that same song the same way on their Christmas album.
Such plagiarizers.
Cheaters.
Because you're singing from the New Kids on the Block, and all of a sudden I'm like, no, that's NSYNC.
It's not.
Cheaters.
I take my answer back.
Whatever. So, in KOTB, we know would win. Speaking of Juliana Rancic, okay, so...
I don't know about that.
What?
Now, somebody did a poll one time on New Kids on the Block. They did all the boy bands, and they had everybody vote on it.
Okay.
We should look that up.
Like what? Like the world's vote on...
I'm thinking like it's like MTV or something. Somebody did a poll, because I remember I voted for it, and it was not too long ago.
Poll of top boy band or
Yeah.
something I should put in
Yeah, I
there.
don't remember how long it went on for.
Biggest boy band? No. Australia's boy band fan club. I don't know if I should click on that. It sounds like it might be not suitable for work.
I'm really thinking it was like MTV. Like somebody made a big deal about it.
How about this? MTV biggest boy band of all time. How in the hell could it not be? Jonas Brothers. No.
Okay. Let's get upset.
Westlife?
Oh, they're from England, aren't they?
Who? I thought that was
Westlife?
One Direction or something. Who is that?
They're
Westlife?
from England too.
Okay.
Top 10 boy bands of all time? Never mind. That one's stupid. I don't agree with it.
Who
moving on to the next question.
Wrong.
Nobody. It was anybody we know about. I'm just saying. Okay, so next, this or that. And follow me here. Married to Jonas, or what would Ryan Lodke do?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Okay.
Who's
I
Jonas?
accidentally watched
One of the
both last
Jonas.
weekend.
Accidentally is key.
And I was like, what happened?
Okay, so on E, channel, network, whatever, there's 2 shows. One called Married to Jonas, and it's about the girl that's married to Kevin Jonas, one of the Jonas brothers.
Okay.
The third
The
third one you know
awkward,
about.
yeah, the one brother that nobody,
Not Joe or Nick.
yeah, not the cute Jonas brothers.
So that's almost like the Hanson deal, where like
Yes.
everybody liked the one, but not the other.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
this was like the one that always stands in the background.
Okay.
But his wife has a show now, Married to Jonas.
But she's married to a Jonas.
Okay. Then there's a new show called What Would Ryan Lodke Do? And Ryan Lodke is the Olympic swimmer. He's like really good looking.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But he's dumber than a bag of rocks.
Yes.
Gia. That's his phrase. Gia. Instead of yeah. He puts a J in front of it.
Before I accidentally
Gia.
watched it, I was kind of a Ryan Lochte fan.
I know, me
and
too.
I'm like,
I mean, he's kind
I
of
don't even know
like
what to say.
he's kind of like Ashley and David Beckham thing. Like, if he's got a shirt off, I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to not
Yeah.
watch, but I'm not really interested in hearing him talk at all.
I mean, could I wear like earplugs like all the time?
Yes.
no, because the show's not even that pleasing to watch.
No, it's not.
I mean,
He doesn't get in the pool or anything a lot. He hangs out with his family, which means he's fully clothed all the time.
he did. And the one I accidentally watched, the shirt was off
Really?
probably about 40% of the time.
Really? I haven't seen that
And
episode.
he was in a competition.
Oh.
You know, I'd
know
probably
if
have to
that's the
go
right
with
term
him
I'm
because you know if you had like
Me
one of those singers, they'd be singing like all the time probably.
What?
You know, like if you had like marry like one of those like boy banders, they'd probably
Right.
like singing like Poppy all the time.
Do you think?
Probably songs.
Yeah, I guess. Not if you were married to a New Kid on the Block.
No,
They wouldn't do
You
that.
wanted them to sing, and they would be quiet.
They would just look
They
pretty.
would respect you and love you forever, girl.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But married to Jonas,
Oh, we still have to make a decision.
No.
the family, the girl that is married to this Jonas brother, she talks like
That's what I was gonna say. I
this,
think
and
that's why
she
I didn't
doesn't.
like it. She's like, I mean, but this is my dream.
Yeah, she's like, and I want to stay close to my family, but I just don't know what to do. And I mean, Kevin wants to move to New York, and I really, really like New York, but my family's right here. And I'm like, you live in New Jersey. It's
Go across
14
the
minutes
river.
away.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, the one I saw, she was. I forget what
God, I can't
magazine
even.
it was
I can't even
for.
listen to her.
It was for a magazine. They wanted her to do some. Apparently, she cooks, but they wanted her to do. Maybe I think it was Cosmo. They wanted her to do a segment in their magazine, Cooking with Danielle or something like that. Where they
Danny.
Danny.
Yeah.
They take
Danny
pictures of
with
her
an
in
eye.
the kitchen and come to her house and do like this big photo shoot, and then they write stories about her and my favorite recipe or whatever, and have her cook or whatever. So she's meeting with them, and most of us would be like, yes. She's like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm totally interested. I'm like,
She
"Get
doesn't
excited."
even smile or anything when you're talking to her. It looks like she's had too much Botox or something. One of those things. Her face is just so still whenever she's talking, and she just kind of looks back and forth. She never gives eye contact to anybody, and she talks like this, and it's, oh my gosh, I can't even deal. I can't
Again,
decide
I can only speak to
what
one
is
episode,
worse.
the one episode that I accidentally watched. But yes, I watched the whole thing accidentally. But
I know. It's like a
she
little
was-
drug,
it was
train
just like,
wreck.
I have to see what's going to happen. Well, she tells him about this Cosmo deal, and he has already planned for them. She was going to go on tour with them. They started in South America, so that they could be together and do all this stuff. And she's never been. He had planned for her to accompany him on tour. Well, this Cosmo thing interfered with that. So he's like freaking out, going, well, I thought we had this plan. She's like, I mean, I'll join you if I can. And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, can you not afford to buy another plane ticket?
That's what I was going to say. It's not
I
like it's
know.
going to like put you out for her
Now
to
I have to
fly
pay
back
the
over here and then
$85
fly
fee.
back. Yeah.
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 I'm sitting here going, what is the big deal? She misses like Argentina or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
And he's like, do you want to have kids or not? I'm like, where did that come
What?
from? I thought you wanted to start a family.
Angry Jonas.
Are you going
Yeah.
to do that on tour? I mean, I don't
Angry
get
Jonas.
it. So cooking with Danny has just disrupted this marriage so to the point that she's like, now I have to cancel the ticket. And we're not having kids now.
All because of, way to go, Cosmo. Pick a show, ladies. Pick a show. Married to Jonas or What Would Ryan Lodke Do? You are essentially choosing between Danny Jonas and Ryan Lodke. Go.
I'm going with Danny Jonas because at least she's entertaining somewhat.
No, I'm going with Ryan.
I'm going to go with Ryan, too, just because
Yeah.
at least there's that sliver of hope that he'll take his shirt off.
He's not doing anything.
Well, there's the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
They're arguing about weird, crazy stuff. And that's entertaining to me because I don't have these type of
True.
arguments in my house.
True. This is true. They don't have real life
Believe
stuff.
me, if someone cancels a trip to South America in my house, oh, no, you're going. Cosmo can film you in a kitchen there. They can afford to pay the
They know how
fees
to
for
do
canceling
it.
this ticket.
Yeah. You can do it in my hotel kitchen. Beach or mountains?
Oh.
Ouch. It's the beginning of
What
summer.
month is it?
No, you do not get... listen here, lady. You do not get to
It's
ask
like July at the
questions.
beach or like December in the mountains.
You do not get to ask questions. You have to pick one.
Oh, beach. I'll go beach.
Beach?
I'm going to have to get the mountains.
I'm going mountains as
going
well.
mountains.
I'm going mountains as well. You can put more clothes on
I
than
grew
you
up in
can take
Ohio. I've
off.
seen all the mountains I need to see.
You know, we
They're
grew
West
up in
Virginia.
North Carolina, and there's tons
Yeah,
of
and you
coast
could go to the
here.
beach every weekend if you wanted to. In Ohio,
Well,
I couldn't do that.
It appeared like you guys did whenever I lived out at the beach. I tell you what, more Ohio's license plates than anyone else.
See what I'm saying?
True that.
That's our mecca.
I was done with Ohio visitors. I think there was even a couple bumper stickers sold somewhere that said "Go back to Ohio."
No, you didn't.
Flats or heels?
Flats.
Agreed. Flats. Because I just, I'm not trying to hurt my feet. And William or Harry?
I'm back to Harry. He spent some time in
Yeah,
New York,
you
and
try.
I'm
He
like,
did. He did. He was in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah, our Nick the intern. You know, our Nick.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
he was at. He was at that. He was at that polo match.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Thanks. Why is freaking Nick the intern get to go see Harry when he knows that every episode I pick Harry? Hey, William or Harry?
Harry.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Oh my gosh, is that the first time Harry's gotten a unanimous vote?
I think so. We always have had a William on there. Of course, Valerie picks a Prince, you know.
I gave William a shout out last time. Just
You did,
he's a
just
new
because
dad.
you thought it was going to be, but I mean, still haven't had the baby yet. Although Kate looks super cute.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just so not fair.
Agreed.
I mean, who looks that good when they're pregnant? I was bloated and swollen. My feet looked like Dr. Doolittle's feet. It was ridiculous. And she's walking around, look at my
I
cute little
know.
heels.
I walked
Yeah.
through this office for 2 weeks with bedroom shoes on.
Well, you got to do what works. Trying to find us a little going out music here.
It's a funky Christmas.
It's just not fair. I'm outvoted.
What other Christmas music can you dance to?
No.
In the club.
It doesn't happen.
Why we dance to Christmas
Listen.
music in May?
Funky, funky Christmas. Do it, Joey.
Oh, wait till the rap comes in. We're going to hate it.
I'm hating.
Here it
I'm
goes.
hating.
Because it looks like the rap.
Yeah, Joey Joe.
Funky, funky Christmas
What's going on? Funky Christmas.
So now I
Little
see how I
cowbell
see
in there.
myself when my little cousins look at me and I'm dancing the Backstreet Boys. This is how I feel right now.
Is this Danny's part or Donnie's part coming up?
I think so. Ready? Bring it down.
Christmas and a funky new year. I swear, we got ourselves a party here.
Here's more. All right. So I'm going to leave this on so you can all enjoy. But be sure to check us out on themesh.tv at www.themesh.tv. Funky Christmas. You can call our voicemail line. I'll even put some of this on the voicemail. You can sing a little 828-619-0048. No, it doesn't work. Nobody calls at any time for the ChickChat. Nobody ever calls for ChickChat. Maybe if I sing it, they'll call and leave me a message. You can email us at info@themesh.tv as well. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. We've got a cool Facebook page that we make lots of updates to. And you can also find us on Instagram, which I'm going to post a picture of us right now singing a little funky, funky Christmas. Funky, funky Christmas. All right, so we'll check you later next time. I can't even concentrate because I'm having so much damn fun. Funky Christmas. Yo, MC Santa.
You didn't know Santa was his boy, did you?
Everybody wave, say bye. Yay. All right, thanks for joining us on ChickChat. We will see you next time. Have a funky, funky Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
I'm out.
Ho, 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 ho.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.